Think cats are aloof and dogs are needy? Science says otherwise. The real differences between cats and dogs will surprise you. Let's start with something both species share, but in very different ways. Domestication and companionship. Cats and dogs are the world's most popular pets, but their journey into our homes couldn't have been more different. Dogs were the first ones to be domesticated, we're talking 15,000 to 30,000 years ago. Early humans valued them as hunters, protectors, and companions. Their ability to work cooperatively made them indispensable to survival. Cats, on the other hand, joined us much later, around 10,000 to 12,000 years ago. But here's the twist, cats weren't really domesticated by us. They basically domesticated themselves. They were drawn to human settlements because of all the rodents hanging around stored grain. Their natural hunting skills helped early farmers, and humans eventually went from tolerating them to absolutely adoring them. So dogs chose us, and cats. Well, cats decided we were useful enough to stick around. Classic cat move. Enhanced senses. Now let's talk about how cats and dogs experience the world, because it's nothing like how we do. Both species have senses that are way more powerful than ours. Let's break it down. Smell. Dogs are the undisputed champions of scent detection. They have around 200 million olfactory receptors, compared to our measly 5 million. That's why they can sniff out everything from hidden treats to medical conditions. But don't count cats out. They have about 67 million receptors, and they have 30 different types of scent-detecting proteins, compared to just 9 in dogs. This gives cats a more nuanced ability to distinguish between similar smells. Hearing. Both cats and dogs can hear frequencies way beyond what we can, and they can rotate their ears independently to pinpoint sounds. But cats have the edge here. They can hear even higher frequencies than dogs, which evolved from their need to track high-pitched rodent calls. Vision. Here's where it gets really interesting. Cats and dogs see the world very differently from us. Cats have a wider field of view, about 200 degrees, and thanks to a reflective layer in their eyes called the tapetum lucidum, they can see in about 1/6 the light we need. That's why their eyes glow in the dark. They're built for night hunting. Dogs' vision varies a bit by breed, but both species rely heavily on detecting motion rather than fine detail. Their vision is actually pretty blurry compared to ours, about 20/75 in dogs and 2150 in cats. And both are dichromatic, meaning they see mainly blues and yellows. Reds and greens? Those look grayish or muted to them. So what they lack in sharpness and color, they make up for in motion detection and low light awareness. Their eyes are built for survival, hunting, exploring, and avoiding threats, not for reading fine print. Body language and communication. Here's where things get tricky, and where it's easy to get confused. Both cats and dogs use body language to communicate, but the same gesture can mean totally different things. Tail signals. Let's start with the classic, tail wagging. In dogs, a wagging tail usually means happiness or excitement. But in cats, a swishing or thrashing tail often signals irritation or agitation. So if your cat's tail is going wild, that's not the time for petting. Eyes and blinking. Cats use slow blinks to show trust and affection, and dogs also use soft, relaxed eyes to communicate calm and friendliness. It's also a sign to say, "I'm not a threat." Pro tip: try slow blinking at your cat. They'll often blink back, and it's a great way to connect and build trust. Defensive displays. When threatened, both species have two strategies: make themselves look bigger to intimidate or smaller to avoid conflict. Cats arch their backs, puff out their fur, and turn sideways to appear larger when they're ready to defend themselves. Dogs raise their hackles and stiffen their posture in similar situations. But if they're scared and want to avoid a fight, dogs crouch, tuck their tails, and avert their gaze. Cats flatten their ears, crouch low, and try to disappear into the background. Understanding these signals helps you read your pet's emotional state and respond appropriately. Context is everything. If you've ever wished your cat or dog came with subtitles, my free body language made easy cheat sheets are the next best thing. You can grab them in the description below. Social structure and territorial instincts. Here's a big one: dogs are social animals. They're descended from wolves and thrive on social interaction. They love companionship and may struggle with loneliness or separation anxiety if left alone too long. Cats, though? We used to think they were total loners, but research has completely changed that view. In feral colonies, especially where food is plentiful, related female cats often live together, cooperate in raising kittens, and form stable social groups. They groom each other, share resting spots, and maintain genuine friendships. While domestic cats hunt independently, they can also form deep, albeit selective bonds with humans and other cats. A cat choosing to bond with you is a deliberate, meaningful choice, so consider yourself honored. Territorial behavior. Both species are territorial, but they show it differently. Dogs typically guard their territory vocally by barking, growling, or physically confronting intruders. Cats prefer subtle boundary marking through scent glands on their face and paws, scratching surfaces, or sometimes spraying. These marks create a familiar scent map that helps cats feel secure. Diet, grooming, and physical differences. Let's talk about something super important: what they eat. Cats are obligate carnivores and must eat meat to survive. Their bodies require nutrients like taurine and arachidonic acid, found only in animal tissue. They need 2 to 3 times more protein than omnivores. Dogs, while primarily carnivorous, are facultative omnivores. Over thousands of years living with humans, they developed the ability to digest plant matter and carbohydrates more efficiently than their wolf ancestors. But they still thrive best on diets rich in high-quality animal protein. Grooming. Now here's something fascinating: cats spend up to half their waking hours grooming themselves. Their tongues are lined with backward-facing keratin barbs that act like natural combs, removing dirt and loose fur. Dogs? They groom themselves only briefly and rely way more on their owners for coat maintenance. So if your dog comes home muddy and your cat is spotless, now you know why. Physical flexibility. Cats' bodies are marvels of agility. With 230 bones and a highly flexible spine, they can twist and arch into remarkable shapes, perfect for climbing, jumping, and landing gracefully. Dog skeletons vary widely by breed, but none can match a cat's flexibility. Vocalization and activity patterns. Both species are vocal, but their repertoires are wildly different. Dogs bark, growl, whine, and howl to express emotion, alert others, guard and protect, or seek attention. But cats? They have over 100 distinct sounds. Meows, trills, chirps, chatters, hisses, growls, yowls, each serves a purpose. And here's the kicker: adult cats rarely meow to each other. This behavior is reserved almost entirely for communicating with humans to get something they want. It's a sign of how deeply their social evolution has intertwined with ours. Activity patterns. Dogs are diurnal, meaning they are active during the day and happiest with regular walks and social play. Cats are crepuscular, so are most active at dawn and dusk. This aligns with their natural hunting rhythms when prey is most active. So if your cat goes bonkers at 5 a.m., that's completely normal. Understanding these patterns helps you structure play and exercise routines that match their instincts. Play behavior. Play reveals so much about what makes each species tick. Feline play is basically a refined hunting sequence: spot, stalk, chase, pounce, capture. Toys that move unpredictably, like wand toys or feather teasers, engage this instinct beautifully. It's not just fun, it's essential mental and physical exercise. For dogs, play is as much about social bonding as physical activity. Games like fetch, tug, and chase mimic cooperative hunting behaviors and strengthen the human-dog relationship. That adorable play bow, front end down, tail up, signals friendly intent and invites others to join the fun. Dogs tend to engage in longer, more energetic play sessions than cats. And breed matters. For example, border collies or pointers may need way more physical and mental stimulation than a bulldog or basset hound. Play improves coordination, builds trust, and provides crucial outlets for energy and emotion. Social aspects of play. In both species, play teaches valuable social skills. Among cats, friendly play involves gentle wrestling, chasing, or pawing with relaxed body language. Healthy cat play includes mutual role swapping, the chaser becomes the chased, and clear signals to continue or stop, like rolling on their side or giving soft chirps. Dogs practice fair play. They take turns, self-handicap by adjusting their strength for smaller partners, and communicate boundaries through subtle cues. Play isn't just fun, it's essential for learning cooperation and emotional control. Cross-species play. Now, what happens when cats and dogs share a home? Their play styles can sometimes clash. Dogs' bouncy, noisy enthusiasm can overwhelm cats, who may interpret loud vocalizations as aggression. Dogs signal play with bows, while cats often do so with an elevator butt pose or sideways hops. With time and supervision, many cats and dogs learn to adapt and develop their own shared language of play. The key is careful introduction, ensuring each has space to retreat, and making sure the dog's prey drive isn't triggered. Laid-back dogs and confident social cats tend to make the best interspecies playmates. Trainability and learning. Here's a myth we need to bust: dogs are trainable, cats aren't. That's completely wrong. The truth is, the principles of learning are universal. Positive reinforcement, rewarding desired behavior, works with any species. Dogs, cats, birds, even fish. We just haven't been conditioned to train cats the way we train dogs. The key is using rewards each pet truly values. For one dog, it might be cheese or a squeaky toy. For another, a game of tug or a few seconds of attention. Cats may prefer tuna, chicken, catnip, or a favorite feather toy. The principle is simple: identify what your pet finds most rewarding, and use it strategically to reinforce the behaviors you want to see more of. Lifespan. One final difference: cats generally outlive dogs. On average, cats live 13 to 17 years, with some reaching their early 20s. Dogs live 10 to 13 years on average. The lifespan gap is partly due to size. Smaller animals tend to age more slowly, while large dog breeds experience faster cellular aging and greater strain on the heart and joints. Cats also benefit from fewer genetic disorders and less intensive selective breeding than dogs. But regardless of how long we have with them, every moment counts. Understanding their needs helps us give them the best life possible. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button and share it with a fellow pet parent who needs to see this. And don't forget to subscribe to the Cat and Dog House for more deep dives into pet behavior. For more insights about your cat or dog, grab your free behavior guides today. Links are below. Thanks for watching. Come see us at catanddoghouse.com.